following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
And now, the Doctors, dedicated to the Brotherhood of Healing.
It was a riot. I didn't let him know it, though. I wanted to encourage him.
Ladies, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. The visiting hours aren't until 2.
Oh, that's a pity. I thought hospitals were always open.
Well, we're always open. Patients have to get their rest, you know.
But no, I didn't come to see a patient. Matter of fact, if I'd known there was somebody like you here, I'd have said I came to see you. Miss... It is Miss.
Oh, yes. Miss.
Miss...
Simpson. Miss Simpson. Don't you have something to do?
Miss Simpson. And what do those closest to you call you?
Carolee.
Carolee. It's lovely. It whispers of the South. Magnolias and honeysuckles and mint tulips.
Well, actually, sir, I was born in Brooklyn. What are you doing here? You're a medical supply salesman. Well, if you are, you have to go down the hall 2 doors to your left.
Carolee, I have nothing to sell but my own pitiful self. As a matter of fact, I didn't come to sell. Well, you might say I came to buy.
You came to buy Hope Memorial?
I might. Of course, I'd make some changes around here. Like, stereo in all the rooms and psychedelic lights. Purple walls, and how about a few afternoon dances for the staff?
One word.
Sounds great.
Don't tell anybody what you overheard, honey.
John Rice.
Hi, Steve. Steve!
You two know each other?
Know each other. We're second cousins. What are you doing here?
What else? Flirting with this gorgeous nurse.
Who, this? No, this is no gorgeous nurse. That's Miss Simpson.
Oh, John.
Steve.
I still say, Doctor, that your acting leaves a little bit to be desired.
Is that right? Well, you go ask the expert, Miss Polly Merriweather, all right? I can't. Last time I heard about you, you were going around Europe, skiing in Switzerland.
I did. I've done all that and more.
I get it.
Hey. Huh? What happened to the eye?
Oh, I got hit by a boar. I got hit by a door. Hey, come on. We got time to talk. Let's go in the library and sit down and catch up.
I'm going to be seeing more of you.
Oh, come on, Tiger.
You like it?
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, you know, you really shouldn't have, but I'm glad you did.
Come on now, that's what you said before you opened it.
No, this time I really mean it. Oh, thank you, Doctor.
Would you do me a favor? I mean, a big favor?
I don't know. What?
Well, no one's around now. How about calling me Steve?
Okay. Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome, Carolee.
Well, I don't know now. What am I going to get you?
Nothing.
No, I have to.
Come on now, you're going to blow it.
What?
I got you this because I wanted to. I was walking by a counter yesterday and somebody was playing it. And... well, you're the only person I thought would appreciate it.
I do.
So I didn't get it so you would run out and buy a return gift. Okay? I got it because I thought it'd be fun. So now no return presents.
Well, I know, but what if I just wanted to get you something? No, not because it's a return present or anything. Just, well, just because.
Well, just because why?
Oh, because you're sort of a nice doctor.
Steve.
Oh, because you're sort of a nice Steve.
That's a nice girl. Listen to Don Quixote, defender of fair damsels in distress. Who said she wasn't? She's not your type, is what I was going to say. What are you up to? I mean, I don't, Look, buddy boy, Miss Simpson is a head nurse. Head nurses can make or break interns, right? Head nurses give out orders, right? Like the amount of sleep you get depends on whether a head nurse likes you or not. And the jobs you get. Like the dirty little jobs.
All right. I get the picture.
Honest. I mean, really, how old are you?
Well, darling, next Wednesday at 2 p.m., I'll be 18.
Now, isn't that funny? Next Wednesday at 2:05, I'm going to be 45.
Amazing, amazing. You don't look a day over 40.
Oh, you're so kind.
Yes.
Kind Miss Simpson.
Oh, darling, you just called me Miss Simpson.
Dear Miss Simpson. Sweet 18 and never been kissed.
That is a lie.
When was the first time you were kissed?
For real?
What do you think? Of course, for real.
8.
8.
Harold took my crayons, and he kissed me in return.
Carolee, I don't think that's what I meant.
I shouldn't have given Harold my crayons?
No. When were you kissed for real? When did you first fall in love?
Oh, you're not talking about Harold.
No, I'm not. Oh, come on, tell me.
It was a million years ago.
What happened?
Oh, it was a girlfriend of mine's older brother. He used to tease me all the time. Until one time.
What?
Nothing.
Carolina, come on, what? You big fink?
Oh, he was drafted in the Army. And I was only 17. They gave him a going-away party, his family. I was there because of his sister. And I was getting ready to leave, and I walked out the door. And there he was standing there, smoking a cigarette. Looked like John Garfield.
Who?
Okay, he looked like James Dean.
Wow.
Yeah. So we talked for a little while. And he asked if he could walk me home. I said, yeah. And then we didn't say much. I remember he said I smelled good. And I didn't have any perfume on. And he said I smelled good.
It's beautiful.
Silly thing to remember, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's beautiful.
So anyway, we got in front of my building. And I felt very awkward. I guess he did too. And he said, would I write? Then he just turned around and walked away. He said, I think I'll see you, Carolee. And suddenly I said, hey! And turned around. And he flashed this smile. It was like a big, warm, cuddly bear. I just ran into his arms and I kissed him and I kissed him and we kissed for 47 minutes, it seemed like it.
It's beautiful. It really is. Did he write?
Oh, yeah. We wrote a lot. We got to know each other through the mail. Fell in love.
What happened when he came home?
He didn't. He was killed in Korea.
why Nick broke up with me? He made Althea pregnant. Guess they're gonna get married now.
Yeah. I guess so. Hey, 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 hey. What do you say we get you unpacked, huh? Huh? Oy. Oh.
It's from my shower. Carolee.
Stop. What are you doing to yourself? Why do you show such disrespect for yourself?
Go to the ocean, my daughter, and ask the sea, and the sea will tell you that the answer is the search for the answer.
So I get a little phony mysticism, huh? From a drunken doctor that reeks of alcohol?
And who
Reportedly.
has everything that a man should ask for. Except for one tiny little thing.
Steve, you have got a brilliant career ahead of you. If you don't botch it up, it looks like that's exactly what you want to do.
True.
You've got a wife. You've got a child on the way.
I'll drink to that, Simpson. Except you're wrong. I have a wife and a child who are both on the way.
Right, Steve. What are you talking about?
Ever heard of Dusseldorf?
Yes, it's in Germany.
Germany. The nation that lost the war, except maybe they didn't really. I think maybe sometimes they won the war and...
Okay, you want to tell me what you're talking about now?
My wife and my unborn child are on the way to Germany. They're probably in flight right now.
To Germany?
Yes, sir, ma'am. Dear Stephen. I guess that's sort of the German equivalent of Dear John. Oh, it's a beauty. Simpson, it's a beauty. You really ought to see it.
Are you trying to tell me that Karen left you?
You might put it that way, yeah.
That letter of goodbye from Karen is also the letter of goodbye for you. Isn't that something the way it goes?
Yeah. I have no idea what you're talking about, miss. I think you better explain yourself.
Oh, well, what difference does it make? You're just going to go get another bottle or something, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're going to sit there and get drunker, right?
Right.
Right. And you're just going to blow your job as a doctor, right?
Right.
Terrific.
And if I do, what does it matter? Who cares?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Who cares? Goodbye, world. Goodbye, Steve Aldrich. Steve Aldrich is too busy sitting here feeling sorry for himself and running, howling off with his tail in between his legs.
Oh, my goodness, aren't we being poetic now, huh?
I'm not poetic. I'm disgusted. I thought you were one of the few men that there was left in this world. And look at you. Look at you there on your knees, mewling and puking and drooling like a little alcoholic child.
Now, you just wait a minute!
Let go of me.
How dare you talk to me that way? You're not going to get away with that, you miss. How dare you put me down for that? You live in a glass house, honey. Miss Carolee Professional Virgin Simpson. How long have you been screaming for an ivy-covered cottage now? In a couple of years, you're going to qualify for a grade-A spinster. You're... Boy, honey, you've got a strong right. Carol. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, really.
No, you're not.
No, really, I didn't mean to hurt you. It's the liquor and Karen.
And your cruelty.
I don't mean to be cruel, really. It's what I've been through today. It's just what I've been through.
At least you've been through it. It's better to have loved and lost than
Carolee.
all that.
Carolee, come here. Come here.
Steve, come on now. You got your divorce papers. That's no reason for you to be in this state.
Naughty, naughty. That sounds like a lecture, and you know that's against the house rules tonight.
I know, but it's true, Steve.
Yeah, well, why don't you not tell me about it? Don't want to hear anything, lectures, no discussions, nothing.
All right, all right. I thought you wanted a shoulder to lean on.
You know something? That's what I forgot. That's exactly what I came over here for, isn't it? Madam, your shoulder, please.
Come on now, let's sober up. Come on now. Come on now.
No, not a chance. Not a chance. It's party time. Come on. What do you say we dance?
Oh, I don't feel like dancing.
Come on. There we go. Come on, we do some of that rock stuff the kids do.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
You do. It's easy. I'll teach you.
Come on, Steve, I don't feel like it. I mean, really, you look ridiculous.
You don't look ridiculous. I'm pretty good. Come on. Very easy. Come on. Shoulders first. Shoulders. Come on. Girl, then
Oh,
the shoulder bone is
this
connected
is
to the foot
silly.
bone. The foot bone. Come on.
Oh,
Up.
you're impossible.
Yeah, but I'm charming and beautiful and lovely. Right?
Yeah, lucky for you.
Right. Take her up. Come on. Faster. Big. Yeah. Loose.
Oh, come on
Oh,
now.
come on.
I could do the Missouri Waltz better, that's all.
Yeah.
How about the Lindy Hop?
There we go. Do around and around and around. Come on.
that?
It's fine, fine. And don't worry about falling, because I'll... Baby, I'll hold you up.
Ow! Ow! Okay, the music's over. Oh. The room's spinning a bit for me.
It's spinning a lot for me. You're a beautiful lady. And I've always said a beautiful lady deserves a kiss.
Steve, what is it? Well,
You know what, Carolee? I disgust myself. I really disgust myself. What kind of a man am I? I got a feeling I've relived this scene. I played this whole scene once before.
Where? I don't understand.
With Karen. It's exactly how it all started out with Karen. I'm going to let you in on a little secret, Carolee. I'm not about to hurt any more ladies. I really don't think I want to hurt any more ladies.
What's the occasion?
Well, let's say it's an appreciation of work done above and beyond the call of duty. In other words, appreciation for compassion, understanding, tender, loving care. General morale building for one sometimes pretty erratic Dr. Steve Aldrich. That's a long speech. But I really mean it. Thank you.
I don't know what to say.
Oh, my goodness. We have finally found Miss Simpson speechless.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, this kind of thing is not necessary
No,
now.
of course not.
But
And, of course, you could have tossed me out of my ear when I came banging on your door in the middle of the night with the smell of John Barleycorn on my breath.
you know perfectly well, don't you, that I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I do. That's why I had to do this.
What's that?
You couldn't have thrown me out? I happen to think that's rather a nice trait.
Would you care to get drunk again sometime? Come knocking on my door? I mean, I love presents.
The next time I'll bring you a present just on general principle.
What general principles in particular?
Ooh, I don't know. Let me see.
Because I'm so beautiful.
Well, yes, that's one reason.
That doesn't really hold water, though, does it?
Well, how about, because you're so unselfish. Good? I mean, you have no ulterior motives. You don't want anything. Is that a good reason for bringing you a present?
Yeah, it's a pretty good reason. But there's only one thing, that it's not true. I want something.
I'm afraid to ask.
Yes, I think you should be.
Go ahead, Miss Simpson. I can take my medicine.
I want you to be a man. Be your own man.
Well, it looks like I'm in danger of becoming that very thing, thanks to your ministration.
Well, I think you have a couple of steps to go yet.
Oh, yeah? Well, what do I have to do to prove that I'm becoming my own man?
Throw away the ghost. You know. Tell me, why are you wearing a wedding ring given to you by a woman whom you've divorced?
Well, Miss Simpson, that's a pretty good question.
You got a good answer, Doctor?
Yeah. Oh, me. I love a nice warm summer evening when there's a cool breeze, don't you? Care to join me?
Okay, what are we doing? Sniffing the cool breeze?
Oh, no. You're gonna repeat after me. Geronimo. Know that word? Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Geronimo. No fizz. I'm sorry. There we go. Very good. How would you like the cork? It's superstition.
That's a marvelous idea.
No,
oh,
the beginning
thank you.
of your collection.
Why didn't I think of that?
Here's to just the start of the next 100 corks.
Thank you.
What do I see behind your eyes? It's that look.
What look?
It's the look I saw about 2 or 3 times on the way up here. Tell me what's wrong.
Nothing is wrong.
Now, come on, honey. Come on.
I guess I'm just not used to taking life as it comes. I'm just going to have to get better at it.
You're just going to have to get better at being a liar because you're a total flop.
What do you mean?
I mean that there's something on your mind and you're either pushing it down or you're hiding it, and I want to know what it is.
I'm pushing it down. I'm just... You mentioned about other weekends to come, and I think about my packing for this weekend.
What could have been so horrible about that?
It was rotten.
Well, how can packing a suitcase be rotten, sugar? Did you have to stomp up and down on it to get the clothes?
I had to stomp up and down on my mother. It was just unfair. None of it was her fault.
None of what, baby?
Dan called from New York, and
This weekend, he wanted my mother and I to have dinner with him and Billy.
Oh, boy. He really doesn't give up, does he?
Well, Mama knows how fond I am of Billy, and she just didn't see how it was logical that I didn't want to postpone my weekend with the girls.
Oh, baby, you couldn't tell Mama that the girls were me, could
She
you?
kept pressing me and pressing me what she thought it was logical. And the more she pressed me, the more tense and uptight I got, and then... Girl that used to make everybody laugh, I really am losing points, aren't I?
No.
Oh, Steve, this was supposed to be a marvelous, gorgeous, beautiful evening, and I'm ruining it.
You're not ruining anything.
I am. I'm supposed to be all dewy-eyed and romantic, and I'm about as romantic as a potato.
Well, I'll tell you, Sugar, for a potato, you're very appealing. Even if your thinking is a little bit tilted.
About what?
About how you're supposed to feel, and about how I'm supposed to feel, and about what the mood is supposed to be. Sugar, this is real life. It's not a late-night Cary Grant flick. We're two people who happen to love each other.
I know, and one person is being absolutely beautiful with champagne and flowers and romantic and... What am I contributing? Nothing.
You're here, aren't you?
Big deal. Is that so much?
It's just about everything. On this trip, you're allowed to smile when you want to, and you're allowed to cry when you want to. You're even allowed to stand on your head if you want to. With a whole lifetime ahead of us, there's nothing that says that you have to be one particular thing at one particular moment.
A whole lifetime?
Hi, Carolee. Isn't this a small world? I didn't know you were a neighbor, too.
I didn't know you were a neighbor, period.
I live just around the corner.
Oh.
Aren't bachelors the limit? This same magazine was here when I was here Saturday night.
Last Saturday night?
Mm-hmm. Steve had just gotten back from the country. I gathered it was a pretty dreary weekend.
Well, it wasn't the delivery boy after all. Well, Miss Riker, what can we do for you?
Kathy, Doctor. Remember, we agreed when you loaned me this. The night you drove me home in the rain?
Yes, I remember. I asked you to deliver it at the hospital. Thank you anyway. It's very considerate of you to bring it. Well, I'm sure you're in a hurry.
Oh, not really. I have time for a quick drink. Scotch and water. Don't tell me you've forgotten since Saturday night. Oh, well, before you do, I brought you a present.
It's not my birthday, Miss Riker.
Well, I know. You just never gave me the chance to thank you properly for taking me to dinner. It's that volume of Christopher Marlowe that you flipped over when you came up to my apartment afterwards.
All right, Miss Riker, you've made your point. Now, if you'll excuse us, Carolee and I have plans for the evening.
Actually, we're not that rushed, Steve. There's probably exactly 34 minutes left before the potatoes are ready. I thought it was very considerate of you, Kathy, to bring such a lovely gift just for having Steve take you to a drive-in.
Oh, the steak on the hearth? They do have attended parking, but I wouldn't exactly call it a drive-in.
Yes, I wouldn't either. If I had known that you were eating so many steaks this week, I certainly wouldn't have had you cook me one.
Honey, a steak dinner is a steak dinner.
Well, it's a nice enough little restaurant. But frankly, for me, the coziest part about going out for dinner is afterwards.
Afterwards, huh?
You know, curl up with a nightcap time. My little place is just perfect for that. Don't you think so, Steve?
I wasn't at your little place long enough to form an opinion, Miss Riker.
Well, I'll admit your eyes were closed while I was giving you that massage, but you did open them afterwards. I remember distinctly because it was the first time I ever noticed that your eyes have little green flecks in them. It's the oddest thing about light-colored eyes, how they can look one way 1 minute and another way the next. Don't you think so, Carolee?
Well, I guess I'm just not as observant as you are, Kathy. I seem to have missed an awful lot of things that are going around.
Well, take my word for it, that's a very dangerous way to live. With a man like Steve, a girl has got to stay on her toes all the time.
You don't have to stay on your toes around me for anything, Miss Raker, except at the hospital, and then only if it's my case.
Oh, well, if you say so, Doctor. I only wish you'd thrown me my cue a little earlier. Carolee, I'm sorry if I let any cats out of the bag. I don't think I'll stay for that drink you didn't bother to pour, after all. Happy Marlowe.
That scene she threw in here was nothing but a cheap, terrible version of a woman scorned. And you were stupid enough to believe it.
I'm not stupid enough to believe all this stuff you're giving me. There's only one fact. You lied to me. If you're trying to hide anything, why did you lie to me?
Baby, I explained that.
Maybe to yourself, not to me.
No, come here. Come on, sit up. Just take a breath. We're gonna count to 5, we're gonna count to 10, whatever it takes. We're gonna take this whole thing back from the beginning, sort the whole thing out, and this time with logic.
Why? So you can improve on your story?
There's nothing to improve on.
Why don't we... Look, if we sit around here any longer, maybe you can find some gorgeous embellishments for it. Like some of those embellishments that you had up at Sky Haven. Why don't we open a bottle of champagne? We'll open another bottle of champagne and relive some of those glorious moments that we had together. And then afterwards, I'll save the cork. Because I'm terrific at collecting corks. Because I'm the biggest fool. I am stupid enough, and I'm a sap enough to save all of that stupid love junk.
Carolee, baby, please, honey, don't please mock what we had at Sky Haven.
Why not? It was just a big joke, wasn't it?
You can't believe that.
I don't know what to believe. I don't know. That's the way it is when you're dealing with a liar. You don't know when he's telling the truth and when he's not telling the truth. If I stick around here any longer, you're going to tell me you love me again. How do I know whether that's true or whether you're just vamping till ready?
No, you wouldn't, would you? A minute ago, I called you stupid. Will I take it back? I need that adjective for myself. I was stupid enough to believe that beneath the funny, charming little girl, there was a woman somewhere. Well, I was wrong, baby. Because a woman would give her man the benefit of the doubt, even if she didn't have all the facts. Knowing everything now, you still can't summon up any trust, can you?
Yeah, you'd like me to believe that also, wouldn't you? That's going to put you in your favorite old position. The innocent victim. I'm sorry, Steve. I'm just not going to buy it again this time. Maybe I'm not a woman. Maybe I'm just a child. But I am a woman enough to know that you're the kind of man that doesn't deserve any woman's trust.
You seem fine. Just fine.
I am, Mama. Better than you think.
What do you mean?
Well, I wanted to tell you last night, but I looked in your room. You were already asleep.
Tell me what? You sound so mysterious.
Not mysterious, Mother. I'm feminine.
Not feminine, just aggravating. Now tell me.
All right. I'm going to marry Dan. We discussed it last night. It's all settled. Well, so what do you think?
I think it's fine.
You think it's fine? Is that all? I thought you'd be dancing all over the ceiling. You were the one that told me that you thought that Dan would make an absolutely marvelous husband.
I still do. If that's what you think, and that's why you're marrying him.
Mama.
And not out of blind hurt over what happened between you and Dr. Aldrich.
Paul, to be honorable among all men, and therefore is not by any to be entered into unadvisedly or lightly, but reverently, discreetly, advisedly, soberly, and in the fear of God. into this holy estate, these two persons present come now to be joined. If any man can show
Please,
just
God,
cause
let
why
me be
they
the
may
kind
not
of wife
lawfully
Dan
join
wants
together,
and needs and
let him now
deserves,
speak, or else hereafter
and guide me
forever hold his
so that together we can have the kind of life he's been missing.
choir and charge you both.
I want so
will
much,
answer at the dreadful
so
day
very much,
when the secrets
to make his life complete again.
disclosed, that if either of you know any impediment why you may not be lawfully joined together in matrimony, ye do now confess it.
It had to work out
Be
this
well
way.
assured,
That Carolee would marry me instead of Aldrich.
together otherwise than as God
She's the kind of woman I want and need.
in marriage.
She should have been mine all along. And now, finally, she will be.
Wilt thou have this woman to thy wedded wife, to live together after God's ordinance in the holy estate of matrimony? Wilt thou love her, comfort
I
her,
love Carolee.
honor,
She won't treat me like a baby,
sickness and in health,
the way Dad does sometimes.
taking all others,
I'm
keep
glad
them
she's gonna be
young
my mother.
So long as ye both shall live. Carolee Simpson, wilt thou have this man to thy wedded husband,
Hey, I'll be getting a grandmother, too.
together after
I never had one before.
the holy estate?
Everything that's happening to me now,
Wilt thou love
they're all the best things that ever happened to me, that ever happened to anybody.
and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep thee only unto him so long as ye both shall live? Please, take the right hand, the right yours. And
This is the day I've thought about ever since Carolee was just a little girl.
take the hands.
Please, God, let her be happy.
Do this after me.
Happy as I was with her father. Our baby looks beautiful today, doesn't she, George?
You should do it with me, for as much as Dan and Carolee have consented together in holy wedlock, and have witnessed the same before God and this company, and thereto have given and pledged their troth each to the other, and have declared the same by giving and receiving a ring and by joining hands, I pronounce that they are man and wife. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Amen.
Speaking of our own little family, you know, before too long, we really ought to give Billy a little brother, a little sister.
Oh, well, he's been a pretty good kid. I guess he deserves one.
See what you can do.
Oh, this fantastic paradise. The sun and the sea and the fresh air. The only thing that is missing is one of those fabulous rum punches.
Correction. Two of those fabulous rub punches. Would you believe that's exactly what I ordered on the way in? Would you believe that timing?
Would you believe you're a magician?
A thirsty magician. Don't go away. Billy, what's the matter?
Honey, I just got a little dizzy for a minute.
Too much sun. I shouldn't have let you wander around the straw market for so long. Here, let's sit you down over here in the shade, huh? Yeah, how's that?
It's better.
You just sit there and relax, huh?
No. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's what I need. On second thought, I don't think I need this.
am pregnant.
Uh-huh.
There can't be any kind of a mistake or...
Carolee, it's been checked and double-checked. There's absolutely no doubt about it.
Althea, I want it rechecked.
Hey, Carolee. Really? That's not necessary. You and Dan are gonna have a baby.
Althea, maybe they got the labels mixed up. I mean, it's possible. Maybe they sent this down and maybe for some reason this isn't even my test.
With the fuss that I've been raising about this particular test, no, there's no chance. When are you gonna stop being so tense and enjoy it?
Althea, I am not going to take their word for it just because that's what it says here. I mean, this is too important a subject.
Carolee, hey, what's the matter? Ooh, you're all stiff. Come on, relax. You're shaking. You look terrified.
Oh, Althea. I don't know what I'm going to do. Althea, you have to promise me. Promise me. Promise me you won't tell anybody. Promise me, I mean it.
Oh, Althea, this can't be happening. No, I can't. This can't be happening to me. Oh, Dan.
Are you still worrying about Dan and what he's gonna think?
Oh.
Hey, I thought we cleared that up when I examined you.
Oh, we didn't clear it up.
Well, then let's settle the whole thing right now. Come on. You were pregnant when you got married, and the baby's going to be early. Well, that's nobody's business but yours and Dan's. It's 1971. You're both adults, and if you started activities early, so what?
We didn't. Dan never touched me. The weekend before we broke up, Steve and I...
Oh, Carolee.
It's Steve's baby. I am just simply trying to figure out which one of us in this room is mad, because if it isn't you, then it's me.
Do I sound angry?
That is not the kind of mad that I mean, and you know it. Our whole life is burning down around us, and you are worried about somebody who's playing with matches.
All right, Carolee. Just get hold of yourself.
How can I get hold of myself when every single solitary thing is calculated to drive me out of my mind?
Drive you out of your mind? You're not even making any sense.
You refuse to face the simple facts. You came home yesterday afternoon from New York and some very concrete, important things were said. Do you understand that? You weren't dreaming. Do you hear me?
I'm not stupid, Carolee. For a long time, I know you assumed that I was, but I'm not. Otherwise, I wouldn't have found out about your little weekend with Aldrich in the mountains of Sky Haven last fall. Oh, it took me a little while and a little time, but I finally got all the facts.
But there is one fact that you haven't been getting. This baby that I'm expecting isn't yours. It's Steve Aldrich's. Now do you hear that?
Lower your voice. Do you want everybody in the hospital to hear you?
No, I don't want everybody to hear. Only one person. Just you. Please, just tell me you hear me. Just tell me you understand me.
What is there to understand?
That everything is not in order in our house. Okay, I am at fault. I am the one to blame. Dan, don't you understand? I will accept all the blame for it. You should be glad that this all came up in the first place. You don't deserve me as a wife. Go, find somebody else. Find, get some kind of a life for yourself. The kind of life that you had with Tammy. The kind of life that, for some reason, I couldn't give you. Do you understand me?
You're talking about divorce again.
Yes. Do we have any other possible choice?
I told you, I'll make any decisions about our future.
What are you waiting for in God's name?
Clarity. That takes time. I never make decisions in the middle of an emotional situation. But I've been thinking about it. As a matter of fact, I have made one decision. I've decided that we will go on living together. We can't be the same, of course. We'll sleep in separate rooms. But I am not going to be publicly humiliated by having my pregnant wife walk out on me. Yeah, but I didn't react exactly the way you planned, did I? And last night, I started asking myself some questions that you thought I wouldn't get around to asking. Like, how do I know it's Steve's baby? How do I know it was conceived when you said it was? How do I know that Aldrich might corrupt you into God knows what? You are so swayable. Well?
I don't know what to say.
Oh, did I catch you unaware?
No, no. This is all... Talk to my obstetrician. What can I say, Dan? Call Dr. Steiner. He'll be able to relieve any doubts that you have about dates or whatever.
You really expect me to walk into Steiner's office with these questions? Announce to him, to the whole world, that I don't know the facts about our baby? No. Nice try, Carolee, but you can't trick me into humiliating myself like that. You see, I'm still one step ahead of you.
Dan, listen. Okay, listen to me, please, please. Look, before, I had asked you if you were ill, and you got mad at me. Now, is that logical? And then, after we got married, I told you, before we got married, I was pregnant. Now, it was days before you would even talk to me. I wanted to figure out some kind of a sane plan so that we could just dissolve the marriage. You wouldn't even speak to me. Now, is that logical? And now I am trying to take Billy away and give him a little peace of mind and a little enjoyment, send him away to camp, and you have twisted it around in your mind so that I am poisoning your son's mind against you. And now it's this. Now, is this logical? Dan, I'm sorry. I just have to say this. I think that you are sick. Now, I'm not talking about physically. I think that you need help. Desperately.
Tell me, did Aldrich dangle a promise of marriage to get you back into the affair?
Dan, you're...
Sick. Is that the word you're afraid to use?
Yes, yes. Why shouldn't I be? You hit me for it yesterday.
I can see I'm on the right track. This is how he got it started again.
He has been begging me to leave you and marry him. Nothing has gotten started. Nothing. Don't you understand that?
I understand he hasn't led you to the altar yet, Carolee. And he never will. If Aldrich really loved you, he'd never have let you marry me. Do you remember where he was then? He ran away to Germany.
To see his ex-wife was there, his child.
Just a convenient excuse. He ran away, Carolee. Just the way he'll run away from marriage now. Only it's not going to come to that. Because I'm saving you from him.
You are saving me from Steve? I love him. And he loves me. I have always loved him. And I have always felt guilty about it. Always, over these last months, I have been spending all of my time feeling guilty about it. Until yesterday, and now that is all past. All I want is my freedom, Dan, that's all. There is nothing that I've got that I can offer you to your life.
Offer? You owe me, don't you understand that?
Dan.
You owe me.
Dan, my mother's gonna be here in a little... Steve is gonna be here.
You owe me. All the pain and unhappiness you caused me.
Yes, right, I agree with you. I'm gonna try to get... that's why I want to get out of your life. I want to end that.
But it's too late. You've done your damage. Now you can spend the rest of your life atoning for what you've done to me. All those times you asked me whether I'm sick, remember?
Yes.
Well, you can congratulate yourself. Because I was sick. That last trip to New York had nothing to do with Billy's trust fund. I went to see a doctor. A doctor named Spencer. The night he called the house and you answered the phone, you remember? How upset I was? Huh?
Yes.
Well, I didn't want you to know. But Howard Spencer's a heart specialist. I've got heart disease, Carolee. Serious heart disease. And I've got you to thank for it. All the torture you put me through, the tension, and the anguish. So we can stop arguing right now. You can pack your things. You and I are going back to our house for good. And you're gonna start paying me back for all the suffering.
Ann, what? Ann. Listen, darling. Now, I want you to be very strong and very, very brave.
Carolee, my dad isn't...
Yes. He died a couple of hours ago, Billy. Darling, when I said that about being brave, that doesn't mean that you can't cry if you don't want to.
I was 12 years old today. It's too old to cry.
No, it's not. It is never too old to cry. Honey?
I did do it, didn't I?
What?
You know, I had the fight with Dad the night you and Grandma left. I ran upstairs and wished something bad would happen to him, and it did.
Billy. Billy, darling. Dr. Aldrich talked to you about that. Don't you remember?
He said it wasn't my fault, about the heart attack and all. He said that sometimes people wish bad things about someone else, sometime or other.
Steve, that's right. Besides, wishing things never make them come true, necessarily.
Tonight he said that I had to make a birthday wish, blow out all the candles, and it'd come true.
Yeah, well, birthday wishes are different.
Wishing's wishing. Anyhow, I did it, and now he's dead.
Darling, the only reason your dad died is because he was very sick. He was too sick to be able to get well. That's the only reason.
Billy understands about that, Carolee. We talked about it together earlier tonight. Don't you remember what I said, Billy? That your father's sickness couldn't possibly be your fault. You told me you believed me.
Mostly. I'd really believe it if he came home and was better. But that won't happen now. It's just like when my mother went away. Everybody was talking about when she'd be better. Only she just died. I never got to say goodbye to either one of them.
Sweetheart.
I guess I'm an orphan now. So that's the end of it, isn't it?
It's the end of what?
Well, I don't have any more mother or any more father.
Well, you've got us.
When Dad married you, Carolee, I wanted you to be my mother. Only he said that couldn't happen. Because a person has only one real mother. And when she's gone, she's gone. Well, what happens to me now? I get sent to one of those places, kids without families?
No. Not as long as I have 2 arms to hold you.
Don't you dare try walking out on us, Billy Allison. It may not have started out that way. But the way it stands now, we're your family. Oh, I fell asleep again. Oh, I missed the baby, didn't I?
No, you didn't miss the baby. Relax. That's a very, interesting bed garment you're wearing. Are you expecting to give birth in the Siberian tundra?
Oh.
Baby.
I bought it especially.
For me?
Yeah. Well, for me too. I wanted to be able to wear it afterwards too.
Oh.
You don't like it?
No, I love it. I love it.
You hate it.
I love it.
You hate
I
it.
love it. But I love you more. Okay?
Are you sure they're bringing the baby?
Yes, I'm sure it's all been arranged up in the nursery. I had kind of a funny moment up there, as a matter of fact. I was looking at that little treasure we produced. And a nurse walked by. It's funny, it suddenly occurred to me she thought I was just a member of the obstetric staff. I wanted to shout, "That bundle is mine." Wouldn't have been a very wise idea.
Remember when we were talking about getting married and you were talking about adopting the baby and changing its name from Allison to Aldrich? I said that we certainly did things the hard way. Oh, boy. If I'd known how much harder it was going to be.
Yeah, but if you remember, I said it's how the story comes out in the end that counts, right? This is how it comes out. There you go.
Oh, I can't stand it.
Thanks, Tom.
Did we do this?
Yes, we did.
Oh, she's got your beautiful eyes.
Well, they've got bags under them. He's got your mouth.
Oh. Oh. You know, babies don't smile for about 2 months. I'm not going to know until then if she's got your dimples or not.
You'll know when she opens that mouth and begins to cry.
Cry?
Yeah, cry.
What do you mean cry? This baby doesn't cry.
This baby's got leather lungs. You should have heard her. She was like a drill sergeant up there.
Oh. My mother said that when I was holding the baby in my arms for the first time, alive and beautiful, that would make everything that I'd gone through worthwhile. Oh, it's true.
Jingle bells, jingle
all the way. Get my baby. Oh, do you like it? Oh, that's... Oh, she's so beautiful. I'm prejudiced.
Oh, you're right. She is beautiful. Little Christmas baby. You can have 2 celebrations now.
No, 3.
Terrific. I can see the bills. Years to come.
I guess it'd be superfluous to wish you a Merry Christmas.
No. We've already had it.
Lady, I mean, after all the trouble I went through to get her here, do you think I could get a little look?
Sure. Excuse me, Doctor.
Oh, what? Beauty, blessed heart. Merry Christmas, Stephanie. Your very first one. Excuse me. Well, it's that happy season again, when hope is reborn all over this miserable old world, huh? And it's time when we here at Hope Memorial, I'd like to thank all of you on behalf of the Colgate people and NBC and everybody that has a part in putting this program on. Our hope is that you and your families will have a wonderful, warm, meaningful holiday season that'll bring us all closer to the day we all hope for, when there will truly be peace on earth, goodwill to men. Merry Christmas.